Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. My name is Duran Cersei. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, performer, actor, if you nasty. And welcome to the house of the unofficial and sometimes, as you will see here, the unprofessional fragrance and skincare guru, baby. Give me 1 second. Now I don't edit my videos, and I ain't gonna start no time soon in this place. I'm sorry, baby, please be patient. That didn't make no sense. I'm just seeing a lot of hair on here. What is going on, people? What is going on? Baby, I cannot believe it, but yet I can. My birthday is in 2 days. My birthday is on July the 28th. Baby! Now I done told y'all, between you and I'm gonna be 43. But to everybody else, I'm 30. I'm 30. What's going on? Today I want to, since it is my birthday and also the 4-year anniversary of my song Rose Colored Glasses. If you haven't heard that song, please download it, upload it, whatever you can, buy it. Do what you can for your boy. That's how we celebrate. We listen to Rose Colored Glasses because it is the song that I wrote, co-produced. And when I say co-produced, I write the songs, and usually what happens is I'll sing it to whoever I want to do the music, or tell them like, this is how I want it to go, and we go back and forth. Take this out, bring this in, stuff like that. So I don't play an instrument, but he's directing everything that's going on because it's my money and I do what I want. No. And so it's really the most personal song for me. I actually wrote that song, just for all of you that don't know. I wrote Rose Colored Glasses right after my last relationship ended in 2019, which I'm planning on doing a whole, I'm going to tell that story in my own way. I've told it, but I'm going to do it in a real good way. But it was the relationship that ended in 2019. We broke up in a therapy session. And so afterwards, first of all, I was mad at my therapist because I thought it was my therapist's fault that we broke up. But with time and a little maturity and a little using your brain cells, you realize that wasn't it. But I kept going to the therapist, and the therapist told me to basically write down the last 10 people that I have either dated or talked to in, trying to get to know romantically type, way. And so when I went back to her with the list, and told her everything, basically Rose Colored Glasses is that whole conversation that I had in that session where I discussed all the last 10 people that I've dated and what she wanted me to also tell, like what was different and what's the same. And then come to find out, and I love my father. Basically one thing that was all the same with all of them, I was chasing them. And what that means was, when it comes to my father, I always felt like I was chasing my father to love me. And that kind of mirrored all of my relationships. And so, so that song came out, basically was that conversation I had when we were discussing my list of the last 10 people that I've talked to. Anyways, yes, download Rose Colored Glasses. Every song that I've performed, I've put on there. I've put on, the streaming platforms. I have written myself. I have no co-writers except for Please Don't Forget About Me. Please Don't Forget About Me. I wrote my lyrics, and Mr. Carlos Harlow Poetic wrote his verse. And so even in my song with another artist, I wrote my part. I always write what I sing. Because, so when somebody else sing my stuff, it's never going to sound like Adele. When she said that, I was like, girl, I feel you. They ain't never going to sing it like you because they ain't go through the feelings. They ain't go through the emotions, Anyway, so since it is my birthday, I feel like it'll be a great time to go over my favorite fragrances using one of my favorite all-time favorite notes, and that is the rose note. Baby, I know y'all love the rose note. I know y'all love it. It is such a weird thing with rose. I know. People say it smells like grandma, Auntie Pearl, all that, but I don't care. Y'all were in the wrong rows. But before we get into that, last night, I went to go see Janet Jackson. And I wanted to vlog, but I feel like vlogging, first of all, I don't personally like watching vlogs. There are vlogs that I watch, like Peyton. I watched Platinum D. I just got into Platinum D. I really love Platinum D. And AI the Great. It's a few people who's, and even Sharita, I loved her Bali vlog. I love watching certain vlogs, but I'm kind of getting out of that era where I don't too much really, because it seemed like a lot of people are really doing the same things. They're traveling, they're going to Target, they're going to Starbucks, and it's like, okay. And so first of all, I feel like for me, people don't know me or like me enough for me to do that. And secondly, I mean, I'm not making money from it, so I'm gonna say it because I ain't making money from it. It's just a little corny to me. Like, and I'm not talking about the people that I mentioned. I really enjoy them, and they're making money, I'm sure. And if I was, I'd be doing it too. But, you know, I be seeing the men's on Instagram taking the showers and they right there in front of the TV and putting on their pants, you know, just to make sure they show their print and all that. I was just like, I don't want to put all that effort to putting the, putting the camera up, then walking back, then going to get the camera, put it here, walking back. I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to live. Now, if I was making six figures, baby, let me tell you right now, if I do it, if y'all see me up there doing that, know that I am making six figures. So don't say nothing to me about, you said that you wouldn't want to do it. Hey, if I'm making money, we doing it. But I just really like to live. That's just not me. I got a personality. I like to talk. And so I didn't feel like doing it. And besides, yesterday I was kind of like, I was in a little depression. You know, I kind of have these birthday blues. And I know we're going to get to the fragrances. You know, I talk too much. You know, that's why I can't do a vlog neither. They be too long because I want to talk. Okay, so I was just I've been depressed a little bit all month. You know, when it comes to my life, January and July are always my hardest month. I don't know, for some reason, those months are carrying for me. And I'm just like, baby, let me go. And so I've been just a little sad. Now, with Janet Jackson, this is the thing that I learned about Ticketmaster. First of all, I was planning on going to Janet when it got announced. So I was like, you know, because I'm pretty rich, I was saving a little coin because I ain't using Klarna and all that. I'm sorry, no shade to anybody. If y'all doing that, then that's great. Hey, I just don't feel like I'm responsible enough. So I was like, I'm going to save me some cash because they had some front row seats that I was eyeing. They were like $700. I was like, ooh, I'm going to give me like 2 checks. And then I'm going to go put that money together, you know, a little bit here, a little bit here. And then, you know, buy the ticket in the front row. So by the time it came to, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy my ticket. It was 2 in the front. It was on the ends. There was 2 here and there was 2 here on the end. Both, you know, the far end here. And so I tried to buy my one ticket, and they were like, you can't purchase this ticket unless you get both of them. So I called Ticketmaster, and I'm like, hold on, excuse me, I have been planning on getting this front row seat. Why is it saying that I need to, you know, buy both tickets? Because they were like, well, it's more harder to sell if we just sell you one ticket. We don't know if we'll have a good chance of selling that other seat. And so I went on, you know, TikTok, because I'm like, I know the girls on TikTok know how to, you know, maneuver through this. Didn't nobody know how to do nothing that helped me. So I didn't get my front row ticket. And I was just hell-bent because I told Ariel, I'm like, girl, I'm going to be in the front row. I'm going to get my jet and all. And, you know, it didn't happen. And so I was like discouraged. And I was like, I don't even want to go. Because my thing is, if I'm not in the first 10 rows, I don't want to go. So Janelle called me the other day, you know, the one I went to go to the oil making thing with. We met at the Craig the Writer Stewart's event in Atlanta. She called me, she's like, you want to go see Janet? I was like, well, now, because, and she was in Fort Worth, and you know, that was like, the venue was like 7 minutes away from me. So I know all the parking spaces. I got to park for free because, baby, you ain't finna get $25. What? Oh no, baby. I know all the areas over here. Don't play with me. So I parked for free. But I was like, I really don't want to go because I wanted my front row seats, and you know they would let me buy them, and I'm just like, girl, no, and I'm not buying 2 tickets, no God. And so she was like, oh well, at least you know, let's be there or whatever. Because I honestly I have not been to a concert since Mariah Carey in March 2020. I saw Mariah Carey in Vegas. Right, it was like maybe a week before the pandemic because I was doing a show at that time, and I went during the weekday, and I came back, did our final shows, and then we had the pandemic. So that was the last time I've been to any concert. I just go to theaters, and so oh my God, Janet was so amazing. I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad, even though I wasn't sitting where, you know, we were still on the floor and kind of close enough. I didn't take no pictures, a lot of video. I didn't do really any videos. I really wanted to be in the moment. And so I feel so much better that I just, you know, stood there, danced, stood up, and just enjoyed it. Instead of just filming like a lot of people were doing, which was kind of like, Anyways, but, yeah, so I enjoyed it. And why did y'all tell me about Janet Dancer Denzel? Why ain't y'all tell me why y'all been holding him back from me? Baby. Denzel, somebody tell Denzel Chisholm. Denzel, well, I think he's straight, but it don't care. It don't matter. It don't matter. But no, I'm not one of those people like I'm gonna turn people. No, that ain't what I meant. I'm just saying we're just here for and giggles, okay? But baby, Denzel was giving me my life. Denzel Chisholm was giving me my life. And I'm like, oh, baby, I'm coming for you. When I make it, baby, when I get up there, I'm coming for you. You gonna be my choreographer and my, you know. But I really enjoyed the show. I really, really, really did. I was so inspired. But the thing that was going through my head was like, I really want to be on stage like that, but I don't want to go to another arena concert. No, it's not for me. No, I'd rather be in a theater. It's just too much. The parking situation, I still got my parking for free, but all that parking, walking, going up, you know, high stairs and all that. Maybe I'm just getting a little seasoned, but it's just not for me. It's a lot of people. There's a lot of drinking. And I just, you know, I stick to theaters. You know, okay, so that's what we're going to do. And I really enjoyed it. So I really appreciate Janelle for getting me out the house. You know, it's very good pre-birthday little thing. So, yeah. Anyways, so let me tell you about my scent of the day, which is on the topic of what we're talking about today, which is the rose note. These are my favorite fragrances with that rose note, since it's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. I think, I'm not doing anything special, just friends gonna take me out, but I want to tell you about my scent when I went to see Janet Jackson and Denzel Chisholm. And Denzel Chisholm. And Denzel. Okay, is it Denzel? Denzy? She calls him Denzy. Denzy. So I'll call him Denzy. So, because, you know, Janet was the first concert I ever went to. That was the first concert. Velvet Rope was my very first concert. And I think that was probably going to be my last arena concert. Because, baby, no. I don't know. I think Maxwell's going to be in an arena. I definitely want to see him. So, I might. You know. So, my fragrance of the day, I wore the Fenty baby, my body cream is almost out. Y'all see that? It's almost gone. This reminds me of Atlanta because that's the first time I wore this when I went to Atlanta, I believe. And I met, Janelle, my friend Janelle, you know, that's so cool. And so, I wore this as my body cream, and I also wore a fragrance, another fragrance that we're going to talk about. But this was the main event, you know, when it comes to fragrance. And it was Chris Collins, A Long Kiss Goodnight. Now, I don't have the full bottle, but you know we are gonna get there, baby. And this here has what's called a centifolia rose, which is kind of a lychee, fruity type rose, baby. I just want everybody who watched my Chris Collins video, please understand that I change my mind sometimes. Sometimes things happen. But I do know that this was one of the ones that I liked out of that batch. And I have just really grown the more I've smelled Chris Collins. The ones that I've smelled, I've grown to love them. And when we went to the oil making place, Janelle had on a African something from Chris Collins, and it smells so good. I haven't smelled that one before then, but baby, that one smells so good. Ooh! And shout out again to Fab Finds by Keitra. She gifted me these. And this is one of the ones that I said I wanted to get a full bottle of. And so, baby, I don't know if there's a point of showing that. This, baby, got me so together. Look at that, look at that, look at that. This is one that I'm definitely, when it goes out, I'm definitely getting a full bottle of. But you know, Lust is not a rose note in Lust. But Lust is one that I am getting a full, that's my next full bottle. Okay, period. So yes, I wore this last night at the Janet concert, so I'm definitely getting another full bottle because it's going to remind me of that concert. And this is, let me stop. Anyway, so we're going to do body sprays and all. And I think I'm just doing maybe 2 body sprays, but we're going to start with the first body spray. And what body spray is that? Who is it from? Baby, Bath and Body Works. When I tell you Covered in Roses, is that Covered in Roses? Yes. Covered in Roses is probably my favorite, all-time favorite Bath and Body Works body spray. Yes, I'm saying it. I know Wrapped in Vanilla was good. I know. I got 2. I had 2 sprays and I had 2 body creams and they gone. I think I still have a little bit of Wrapped in Vanilla because, you know, it's just not the time vanilla right now. This smells so good. And I think this is an impression. They haven't confirmed it. That's what we're saying because we've smelled Delina. This is kind of giving me that life. But this smells like something else that's in this lineup too that we're going to talk about a little later. And I'll mention it. Hopefully I'll remember. This smells so... Oh! This is a beautiful rose fragrance. I like the original Delina. I know a lot of people like the exclusive. The exclusive is nice too. But I really do like the original. And it reminds me more of... I know the body cream smells just like Delina, of course, but it just really reminds me of the body cream. And I think I really kind of, sort of want to get the Delina body cream again. I know, I said it was not moisturizing. It's not. But I got a trick now. I could use like some unscented lotion and then let it, you know, put it on top of that, you know, so I could be moisturized. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to do that. Anyway, so that's Bath and Body Works, baby. I got to get another one of those because I'm telling you, that is my favorite Bath and Body Works fragrance. Period. Find me another one that smells better. Period. Okay. So this one right here is my favorite from Kayali, and I have mentioned it a few times, and this is Kayali Elixir. Baby. This has actually a rose petal note, which is kind of more of a subtle rose fragrance. You can barely smell the rose to me. I can smell it because I love rose. But rose petal notes are it's like more of a subtle, but kind of to me it's subtle but powerful because to me, when I smell this, the rose pops out. But some people may not smell the rose at all. Baby! This needs... Kayali, I know y'all ain't watching, but I'm still talking to y'all. Okay? Hey, Mona, if you are watching, I like you so grandly. Okay? I can't wait to be in your, you know, your office. You know, with the fragrance. I want to be in there making TikToks and stuff with you, too. Okay? And then mine will be good. Mine will be original. We ain't lip syncing tonight. All that... People doing all that lip singing. I'm just like, girl, can y'all use your own voices? Use your own creativity. All this, all the lip service. But y'all made fun of Milli Vanilli. They made fun of Milli Vanilli. They made fun of Janet or whoever when they want to lip sync on stage. But they on TikTok lip syncing all day. Girl, I don't know. I know I'm just all over the place. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. But this right here, again, this is my favorite elixir. But what else would I say to you, Mona, Kayali? This needs to be a body oil, body cream. Even since you did a rose oud, which I should have put on here too, because rose oud is so beautiful. I think you could do this as also a hair perfume. One of those. This, I know a lot of people are not, they're not vibing with this because they like the candy and the sweet vanillas and all that. But baby, this right here is this is right here the OG. I don't care what anybody say. This is the best Kayali, period, period of all time. Period. Period. Okay. Anyway, so we are moving on. I know I'm all over the place. And this fragrance here is one from somebody who I have followed for so long. Someone I really, truly am like very enamored with in a great, friendly way that, you know, I wish to one day get to meet in person. I've gone to see her at a show and all the good things, and I am actually on my second bottle of her fragrance, and that is T.S. Madison. Everything. Again, like I said, this is my second bottle, and this is in collaboration with Methra. I don't know if you can see that name. And this has a Turkish rose, which is more of a fruity floral type rose. So this one is kind of more your bright rose, the rose type that you'll wear, you know, in the daytime. You can pull it off at night. But this is such a beautiful, you go to the grocery store, you want to smell nice and fruity, floral, beautiful, nice. This is that type. But you can also be sexy at night, you know, if you want to be with your boo and you want to, you know, snuggle up on you, or, you know, if you can do, or you can do like me and spray like 20,000 sprays and you walk out at night and you smell like that girl or that guy or that them. Hey, baby, that is what the Turkish rose will do. And I also want to get the oil because I really do. This is my second bottle. I really do love this fragrance. This is a really good everyday, around the way type, nice, sexy fragrance. Baby, woo! That rose is still a rose. That rose is still a rose. That rose. I gotta work on that falsetto. Ooh! Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Baby! You see, I did it on damage. Y'all hear that? I close my eyes. I tried, and then I hit that, you know, the girls. Y'all be trying me. Y'all be trying when I hit that note. Yeah, you ain't ready for them notes. You ain't ready. That's on my EP LeWille. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep listening to that. Buy it, you know, whatever. I know I'll be doing all this, and I'll be getting hardly any views, but you know, it's whatever. We having fun over here. Anyways, this is another fragrance that I wore last night at the concert, and I kind of went, I did my Fenty body cream, and then I went, you know, this one here was my under scent, and then I did the Chris Collins on top of it, and of course, it was Fenty Eau de Parfum, baby. I don't know if I am on my fourth or my fifth bottle, but baby, I freaking love this fragrance. Boots. This is a forever fragrance for me. And this has a nice, beautiful Bulgarian rose, which Bulgarian rose to me comes off as very kind of greenish rose. You know, kind of gives you that more earthy type rose, but this is such a sexy, beautiful, like, it feels like even T.S. Madison's, it feels like every day around the way, but it can get, like, if you wear it at night, it can give you that beautiful, sexy. But let me tell you something. I put that Fenty body cream on, and I went, before I put on my tank top, and I went in. And then I put on my clothes, got my life, and then I went over with my Chris Collins. Baby, this right here is, again, a forever fragrance. I don't know if Rihanna, and I've said this time and time again, I don't know if Rihanna will be able to top this. Now, a lot of people, it's like a love and hate for this, but I'm telling you, this is a beautiful, beautiful, and if you don't like rose, I think you would love this too, if you know, if you can get past the earthiness. I smell the blueberry and the rose a lot more. It's prominent on my skin. But baby, it's giving me all of my life. I'm on, like I said, the fourth or fifth bottle. I don't know which one it is. But I'm getting another one when that go down. I also need to get travel size because, baby, I love it that much. Now the next one here is a controversial one, and for a good reason, but yet not. And this is Beyonce, say Noah, baby. Baby, baby. Because this feels like a very, I don't know. Yeah. Say Noah, baby. Oh, I know. I know. It's like people love it, hate it, and even in my review, I kind of gave it. I don't, yeah. But I'm telling you, this fragrance, when you let it set, it is. I always thought it was nice. Period. It sets so beautifully, and it's so funny that she came out with it at the time, because every time I even sniff this, it just brings me back and I think about Renaissance, and just, I wore this when I went to go see her movie. It just makes me happy. That rose and honey mix so beautifully with me. I love wearing that rose. I think it's a honey oud from Amazon. I forgot the brand, but I got it on Amazon. I wear that on my pants when I wear them. But this is nice. I don't care what anybody says. And this has like, I believe this one is like a Rose Absolute note. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry. I know that Rose Absolute is very much like more of a sweeter, lighter, like fresher rose. But some people may be really turned off by it because I think, I don't know what y'all think, but I like it. I was gonna try to figure out what y'all thought, but I don't know. I just know that I like it. This is a beautiful scent. Anybody who says this is not a beautiful, I understand. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. All these fragrances that I have, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind or try to get anybody to buy none of this. I'm just telling you how they make me feel. Baby, this here is, I think Beyonce did her thing on this. And, I mean, hey, I like saying no why. Okay. I like saying no why, baby. If you are a niche girl, I think you can appreciate it too. But some people just didn't even try to give it a chance. But that's all good. Now this here, I really haven't put a dent in this like I would like to, because I kind of feel like it's giving me more of a colder month vibe. But I know that I could wear it now. I'm just like, yeah, I have no real excuse. But I do love this. And this is a body spray. And this is from Salt and Stone. And this is the Black Rose and Oud, I believe it's called. And this right here has a black rose note, which is a heavier, woodier rose. And so it's very it gives very darker. I think the woodiness makes it a little more of a darker rose. But baby, it is so good. And I think the woodiness of that rose kind of gives it more of a vibe of, this needs to be worn in the colder months. You can wear it anytime you want to. I think I could wear it now. I just have so many things, that are lighter that I'm trying to give a chance to, because I really want to smell like, a little bit brighter. I've been wearing that. When y'all see that Miami Nectar fragrance that I got, baby, it's about this. It's about this. But yeah, this is such a great rose. This is so good. And I know also in the colder months, the other one that they have, the Santal, that'll be one. I'm probably with the Santal, I'm probably going to get the hand cream and the hand wash instead of the body spray. But baby, this is so good. It's such a good under like fragrance. It's kind of like, I think Fumi Monet was talking about how, you sandwich your fragrance, you put your lighter, I think you do your lighter, your next to lighter, and then your darkest on the top. I think that's what she did. I could be wrong. Go watch her TikTok and tell me, put it in the comments, let me know what she said, because I could be wrong, because I be watching and moving on to stuff. My life. And so this will be very much a, first layer fragrance. And it lasts very long. For it to be a body spray and it to be clear, this lasts very long. Along with T.S. Madison's. T.S. Madison's is, I believe, vegan and cruelty and all that, free of all the nastiness. But it lasts a very long time. But T.S. Madison's is a fragrance. It's not a body spray. Speaking of Food Me, of course, we are going to have Food Me in. Let me see. Let me get it right. We, of course, are going to have her in here with Exalte, which has a beautiful Turkish rose note, and you know with the Turkish rose, let me make sure, is that my finger playing? Oh, I thought my fingers were dirty, but I guess that's a mark on it. Yeah, we don't do things. Ooh, excuse my nails. I need a pedicure and a manicure. I say pedicure. Anyways, but this has a beautiful Turkish rose. Again, Turkish rose is your fruity, very floral rose. This right here is very feminine in a way, but I think a man, I have pulled it off as you see. Um, but I think a man can rock this. I have rocked it. And I don't know if, I don't think I've gotten compliments on it. I may have, but, I've worn it because I like it on me. And this is a fragrance definitely when it goes out, I want another one. I know she said when they sell out, she said when he sell out, she ain't bringing them back. So, I mean, if you like you a fruity floral type rose, you better get this. She's black on. She's black. Beautiful. A beautiful. Now, if I was straight and taller and richer, I'm just saying. And she a Virgo. She got that dry person. I love that kind of dry sense of humor. That's funny, but it's dry. She has that kind of personality, and she's from Dallas, Texas. Well, she's not from Dallas, but she's living in Dallas, Texas. So please support our sister if you are into a fruity floral rose. This is such a nice fragrance. Now, when I was talking about Covenant Roses may come off to a lot of people as a Delina dupe, and I believe that as well. But I think it reminds me of this as well, a little bit. And that is Initio's Atomic Rose. Baby, if I can... Well, this is one of the ones I got from... yeah, there we go. Sheree's Lifestyle. Here we go. And this has a nice Bulgarian rose, and and Bulgarian rose it can come off to me kind of earthy, like I said earlier, but to me this is such a beautiful fragrance. And the reason that I haven't used this much because I did have another sample of it that I was using, and I remember when I wore it, I think I told this story before, and I was in Target, and the lady was like, "Oh, I had to come over here because something smells so beautiful." And then the lady would, I think she said something. I think it's one girl. It ain't that. It's me. Okay. But anyways, I think this smells a little bit like this. They kind of smell to me. This is a little brighter. Yeah. Yeah, it's not dupish, but of course this is still more Delina, but it kind of, it's kind of like more of a, a lighter version, kind of, in a way. No, not too much, but, in a way. Anyway, so we're down to our last ones. I'm almost done, see? And the first one here is this is a hair fragrance that I'm actually wearing right now, and it is the Gissu, and this is the Wild Rose Hair Perfume. I first had the large one. I actually gave a few of them I gave one to a friend. Yeah, I gave a few of them away. And baby, I don't know which kind of rose this one is. I don't know which one. I don't know. But it gives more... Let me see. It gives more of the Turkish rose, but I could be so wrong. Let me see. Is it Turkish? I don't know. But this is so nice. I love a hair fragrance, and I love a rose fragrance, and so of course I had to get this, and then I'm getting the Rose Ooze hair fragrance because I just love my hair to smell good and smell like rose, baby. You got me. You had me at hello, hello, hello. It was many years ago, baby, when you stole my girl. Okay, so yes, Gissu is Gissu. Now people still saying Gissu. Y'all supposed to be like getting money from this, and y'all still saying Gissu. Okay. Woo. Anyway, so my last two, this one is a new one, but baby, I have dented it up. And this is, I forgot her name, who the collaboration was with, but it is a sniff fragrance, and this is called Rose Era. And I have just recently gotten this one. And this, like Long Kiss Goodnight, has that centifolia rose, that lychee, that spicy type rose. But this, to me, gives very like you have washed your clothes in a nice rose fragranced detergent. And so, very much every day, it leans a lot feminine. I know it's probably for the women, but rose just works on me, for me. I mean, some people may not believe that, but rose works so good. So it smells like I basically have very rosy, clean clothes to me when I have this on. But I have enjoyed this. I recently gotten this, and again, look, I have been using it up. And so the grand finale, and I say this is the grand finale because I think this is the fragrance that really got me into rose, and it's the fragrance that I feel like I would like to have. Not I would, it's the fragrance I will have until the end of time. You know, to the end when, you know, Lord calls me home. Okay. And this one here is Montel's Roses Musk. I don't know if I get focus on. Yes. This here is such. I don't know what kind of rose this is. This, like, I think it feels like, even with Initio, I think the Initio Atomic Rose was Bulgarian Rose. But this one here, even when I remember getting it, if I can think back, I don't even think it had like what kind of rose it was. It was just like roses and musk. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's been so long. But this here is such a beautiful fragrance, and the person who introduced this to me was Jackie Aina. Yes. And now that I think about it, Jackie Aina was talking about this on one of her videos, an older video. I think it's maybe a year or two ago. And she loved this fragrance, and that's what really opened me up to this fragrance. So I ended up getting a sample of this from Max Aroma, and it smells so good. And so when I ended up buying this. Then when I got this, I'm like, this don't smell like the sample. The sample smelled better than this. But over time, this has made me fall in love with the rose note. I wore this at a theater show, and the lady next to me was like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm sitting by you. You smell so good." See, if you sit by me, you know, you can smell me too. If you can sit by me, because I ain't going nowhere. No, okay, I'm just playing. No, so this here is my favorite, probably my favorite rose fragrance of all time. And I really like it because it gives like, it's your skin smelling like beautiful roses. And there's a rose fragrance that I've tried from Joe Malone. It's like Velvet Rose, and I do not like that. That one, I don't know what's wrong. What maybe I got a bad batch, but I did a sample of that. So sometimes I don't know, because it could be the sample thing, and I did it, you know, not from Joe Malone. So maybe that could be another thing. So I might need to try that now that I'm saying it. But this right here, Roses Musk, it makes you smell like your skin is just, you know, you're just sweating out like beautiful roses. It's like your skin just smells like, naturally smells like roses. So I really love this, and this again is why I fell in love with the rose note, and I have not gone back since. I know all y'all talking about vanilla. Girl, when y'all gonna let vanilla go? I love vanilla too, but we gotta let it go. I think we gotta let it go. Looks like another love TKO. So, yes, that is my video. Happy birthday to me. I probably won't be back until after my birthday. My birthday, July 28th. You know, you're not supposed to tell people, you know, the things that you want. But let me tell you what I want. Period. And it's not just for my birthday. Just from here on out. I really want, because of, you know, how I've been feeling lately, I really want to feel, I want to know what it feels like to be happy. And I know that sounds like crazy, but I don't think I've ever experienced that in my life. Now, I don't know what that is. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, it's gonna a beautiful relationship, or it's me having this, or me doing this. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I want to feel it. I want to experience it. I want to live in it for a little while, or for the rest of my life. So I really want to know what it feels like to be happy. I really want to I really want, like, I would love to have my music on a movie or a TV show. That's another goal of mine that I really would love to have. And I know people, they say you shouldn't tell people, again, you shouldn't tell people what you want to do, because they can put it, you can do all you want to, because if it's meant for me, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. And I don't believe in hoodoo voodoo, so you can do it if you want to. You only gonna do it to yourself, because I'm gonna tell you, my ancestors and the Lord don't play by me. Even though, I be seeing folks, they be trying to get over, and then next thing you know, pop, no, whoa, 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 be careful there, son. But yes, I would love that. I have been pushing, my song. I haven't just sat here and wait. I've been sending out or giving my songs, or not giving my songs, but kind of putting my songs out there for certain movies. I know Noah's Ark. I you know, put it out there because I know they're coming back. And I would like one of my songs to be on that show, and we'll see what happens. But I ain't heard nothing back, so I'm guessing it didn't happen. We'll see. And I would love to do some commercials. I want to do some like hosting stuff. I want to be on stage. I want to do another theater show. I want to do a good theater show that really kind of like does like Rent. It kind of provokes thought, and it makes people really like curious and just excited to be in the theater, or being excited walking out. I just really want to. So much I want to do. I want to do my short film. Um, I want to get my teeth fixed. And people are like, what are you with your teeth? Again, my teeth are not horrible like some, but I've always kind of not had an issue with, I have like my teeth are straight here, but I have one that sticks out, so it makes it look crooked. And I've always, like, oh, that kind of makes my personality stick out. Now, although I don't want veneers because I don't want to look like everybody else, I really want to keep my teeth because they're not hideous, thank God. But I do kind of want, like, to make it look. I should have done it a long time ago, but I've never had an issue with it until I started, being on camera, being on stage, and I'm like, and then just some little light work, nothing crazy, no veneers or no full. I don't want nothing shaved down, so I want to do that, and I think that's it. I would like to find love. I really would, and like a long-term, happy, monogamous relationship. Um, I would like to also, this is taking too long. I'm talking too much. I would also like to, like, really have everything set, so I, as well as my mother, can live comfortably. And yeah, so because I have a huge responsibility on my shoulder, and sometimes, people make me feel it's like it's not a big thing when, of course they're gonna do that when they're not living in it. They're not the caregivers. So and then also, I don't know if I make it look easy, but I think people look at it like, I mean, what are you going through? I mean, I mean, nothing's falling apart. What's the problem? I was like, yeah, because I mean, but they just don't understand, and me explaining it just kind of it damages my voice, because I just waste a lot of vocal cords, because if you don't live it, you won't understand it. And that's why I think it's great to have friends who listen and not just spew out. I have one friend that is a caregiver, so me and her talk back, and she gives me pointers and stuff, and I'll listen because she understands what it is for real. And so, but yeah, I just really want to be happy. I do. I also want to. I know that I said I was not the traveling guy, but I do want to get away for a little bit. I do kind of want to go to like a quiet, beautiful scenery. It doesn't have to be water. I really just kind of see myself being like at a nice country house, like in a backyard, just in the quiet, just hearing nature, and that's it, and just chilling and drinking and eating, and just enjoying quiet. Anyways, So yes, thank you for being here. I know I shouldn't be making my videos this long because, like, boy, who watching this? You ain't no Craig the Writer or T.S. Madison. Everybody gonna watch you this long. But if you have watched to the end, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you next year, which means my next year, which will be after July 28th, when I would be 43 years old. Young. Okay. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye. What's gonna be my fragrance of the day? I mean, on my birthday. I think it's gonna be Karaoke Heart. I think that's gonna be my fragrance of the day for my birthday. I want it to be karaoke, but I kind of low key want to wear Charlotte Tilbury's More Sex because I need more sex because I don't be having no sex. None. I don't be having no sex. But I was just like, should I wear a Fenty though? Or should I wear Elixir? Because those are my favorite fragrances. I don't know. But I think I'm going to wear Karaoke Heart on my birthday. So, yeah, my friends are taking me out and we'll see how this goes. We'll talk to you later. Bye.